Well,
Hey!
got to make sure this is the right world.
The right world. We got to make sure we're setting to the right world. Hello, everyone. We're back on Raft. Two guys, one Raft, part deux.
It just sounds so bad.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, Shots Part Deux is one of my favorite comedies, so it is what it is.
Yeah. So, Game Awards were last night.
Oh, yes, they were last night. Now, what a snore fest that was.
Yeah. I mean, again, and we got to. Yeah. Okay. So we're back in the correct world.
Okay. All right. I'll join you.
You know, we got to realize that again, we are in a post-coronavirus economy. I mean, it's gonna take decades for all this to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, so like, I love the idea of the Game Awards. I think the Game Awards is a fantastic idea for gaming. The format of the show, I've definitely had questions about, like, since the beginning. Like, they always bring on like a musical guests, and I'm just like, I'm not here to watch musical guests. I'm here to like see trailers for new video games and you know, see what's going on. And I almost feel like it might have been more prudent to postpone the Game Awards until, like, I don't know, like there was more stuff to show.
Yeah, well, but I don't think there's gonna be anything new to show for a very long time.
Yeah, that's just the sad part. It's just that I love video games, and like, I mean, like the Game Awards, like 2010, they showed off the 11/11/11 Skyrim trailer. I'm like, that was amazing. And so I during the Game Awards last night, I noticed Starfield finally got a Steam you know, a Steam wishlist. It's a wishlistable on Steam. It just came out to be wishlisted last night during the Game Awards. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll get a Starfield teaser, and we never did. So a little bit on the disappointed side about that.
Yeah. So we are anchored up here. I don't know if you want to pull the anchor and float to that island.
Yeah, we anchored because we weren't really going toward the island. I broke 2 paddles last time trying to get this close to it. Do we have the stuff to make a mast? Can we?
You know what? The waves are coming towards us, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did we go on that island last time?
We did, because I'm not sure how much is pillow. I think all the trees are gone, and the only thing we could possibly do is the ground. Like the ocean floor. I don't know how much we got.
Okay, so do nets go on the front of the boat or the back?
What you made? You made a net?
Yeah, I got a bunch.
So what I do is I usually make the boat bigger first, but I place the net on the edge of the boat, because there is no front of the boat until we get an engine. An engine's like late game. And once you have an engine, you make these giant arms that stick out, and then you just catch everything. So, like, in the early game, I usually just make my boat like a round or square, just circled with nets, so that I just collect anything no matter which direction we're heading. And then I also like to build a floor around the nets so that the shark doesn't destroy the nets, because the nets are relatively expensive to make.
Ah, okay. So we should maybe like expand out here around this and kind of put the nets along here.
And then expand around it again, because if the shark bites the net, we lose the net, and the nets are expensive.
So we can do kind of like this?
Like that, yeah. And then you put the nets in between. Absolutely. That is great. Oh, there's a dry brick. Let's see. Do I have a fishing pole?
And can I make another? Let's see.
No.
Need some planks.
Yeah, oh, might as well cast off. we'll cast off and see what we can find. Because I need
Wilson, I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Wilson. Yeah, Wilson. Yeah. So you were texting me last night. Tell me your big troll for the Game Awards, or you can tell all the people listening.
So the big one was we were all expecting like a new Atlas game, and it's like, okay, well, everybody wants a new Persona, everybody wants a new SMT, everybody, even like remakes or something would be great.
Didn't Atlas
what did we
publish
get?
Dragon's Crown too?
What's that?
Didn't they publish Dragon's Crown?
Yes, Atlas did publish Dragon's Crown.
I want more Dragon's Crown. I need more Sorceress in my life.
Well, and again, that's Vanillaware, and Vanillaware's next big thing is they just came out with 13 Sentinels.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's getting ported to Switch in April, I believe. So that's really the next big thing from them.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, who knows? I mean, they've already done the remaster of Dragon's Crown on PS4, and they added a bunch of new content and stuff. So.
I just wish they would port it to PC.
It's funny because, like, a lot of these things really are PC, which is nice.
And the nice thing is Sony's starting to wise up to it. I mean, we got Horizon Zero Dawn ported to PC finally. The 2016 God of War or 18, whichever year it actually was, is getting ported early next year.
Well, I think they've come to the realization that you're just leaving money on the table.
I mean, I don't know why they didn't realize this 2 decades ago. Oh, another thing that
the problem is that the PC market changes so much. The hardware and the software and everything changes. So it's always been one of these that it's like, well, if you put this game out, is it still going to be popular? And what they've kind of learned is, yes, a lot of people will play the retro games. I've got an older laptop and I play older games on it, because yeah, it might not be able to run all, Raft, but I can still play like the first Shadow Man on it and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And I love that game. So,
well, I mean, also a lot of PC gamers put a lot of money into their computers, and they're not willing to drop $600 on an inferior piece of hardware. Like I know the PS5 is only $500 if you can find it in MSRP, but the PS5 isn't even really worth that much. I mean, like even at MSRP, I have a hard time justifying buying a PS5, and I still can't find one at MSRP personally.
My nephew wanted a PS5 for Christmas, and I told my brother, I'm like, it's just not a good buy right now. I mean, the reality is, because he was like, well, basically I'm looking at like $1,000, and I'm like, for that you can get a decent, desktop, a really nice desktop that's going to last for a lot longer and can be used for a lot more things.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, even at $500, you could. I mean, this is without a monitor, keyboard, mouse, etc. But you could find a decent-ish computer that you can kind of play video games for that $500 range. I mean, they're not going to be stellar. It's not going to be a stellar computer, but I mean, like, it'd have to be pre-built because it's impossible to find a graphics card at MSRP either at this moment. So you have to buy pre-built, and buying pre-built is cheaper than building your own computer, which pre-2020 was never the case.
Yeah.
It was almost always less expensive building your own machine.
They also had some of the things that I read about that I didn't actually see was apparently there's a teaser for a new Wonder Woman game.
Yeah,
You've got the new Star Wars game coming out from Quantic Dream.
Which means it's just going to be an interactive story.
Well, and actually, speaking of, Telltale Games is going to be making a Star Trek game.
No, they're making an Expanse game. It's ex-Telltale devs that are making the Star Trek game.
Well,
it's a different studio, I think.
It's still good to hear, I mean.
I mean, sure, but if Alex Kurtzman has a writing credit on the game, then it's going to be awful.
Oh, you're so negative, David. You're just a hater. If you were a real fan, you'd be happy.
I'm a realist. I really think Alex Kurtzman sucks, and everything he touches sucks. Hence, the monster universe died after the first film, The Mummy.
I think I have to be realistic, and I think you probably need to eat because I've been cooking all this fish and I haven't seen you eating anything. So,
Oh yeah, I'm almost starving. Almost. One day. I'm really
about
bad
to go
about
to, I'm
remembering
about
to
to go to Ohio. Oops. Oh, we got Bruce over here, and I have no weapon. I can hit him with my axe, right?
Yeah,
Nope.
Really? Axe doesn't work?
Nope.
Oh no, there's a machete later that will work. Machete. Machete, don't tweet.
Machete don't text.
That movie was way better than it had any right to be.
I didn't see the sequel.
I mean, the sequel wasn't as good, but it's still better than it has any right to be since it was a farce trailer on a farce movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Game Awards, I mean, I am excited. That Star Wars game looks amazing, and that's why I think it's going to be an interactive story, because Quantic Dream, the graphics are so good is because the games are not very interactive, I guess, is like the nice way of saying it. And because the
Yeah.
games are limited in their scope of interactivity, the storytelling and the visuals can go up to that next level.
See, to me, they made a game a long, long time ago by the name of Omicron: The Nomad Soul. And it's one of these things where they really went above and beyond and created a world, and you just don't see that a lot in games. So I'm very optimistic. Like Omicron even had like its own form of martial arts. It had its own written language. It had its own spoken.
katas?
What?
They had gun katas?
Oh, all kinds of weird stuff. In fact, the soundtrack was done by David Bowie, and David Bowie played like multiple characters in the game. His wife did like the costume designs for it and stuff. I mean, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't hate Quantic Dream. I actually really enjoyed Heavy Rain. But for a game that's so limited in scope, or like interactivity, like it's not super. I didn't find it super worth it to play it like the 16 times it takes to get all the different story. Like whereas Mass Effect was like engaging enough, and the gameplay is fun enough so that I played through like every permutation of the game, basically, you know. But Heavy Rain's good. It's a good experience once, and I never could find the time or want to find the time to, you know, play Heavy Rain 16 times to see every little different thing.
Well, and the other thing was, I mean, is it really going to be worth it? You know?
Well, that's the thing. Like, and the thing is, from what I could tell, like a lot of the changes were minute, and most of the scenes were played exactly the same way, except for like one little deviation. So it's like, eh.
The big complaint to me with Heavy Rain was that no matter what you did, the identity of the killer was the same.
Yeah.
It was always going to be the same. Nothing you were going to do was going to change that.
Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's the same story.
So what's our next step here? Do we need to build a sail? Do we need to?
I mean, we could have built a sail a while ago. It's just for me, it's just fine drifting for a while.
Okay.
Because I mean, we are gonna need to get someplace soonish, but we got to build the computer thing or the tracking majigger. and we still need to make
We
stuff.
called it in the Navy too.
Yeah, the tracking majigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we need to be able to, like, you build plastic to make circuit boards, and you make this thing that'll track a beacon, and we just need a lot more technology. And I feel like it's fine drifting, because I mean, you naturally find stuff drifting that sometimes you can't find if you're like trying to get somewhere. It's really weird because the game, it's like it randomly generates the islands, except for like the 4 or 5 that are like static in the world. Oh, hello, bot, asking me if I want to get famous. Bro, stop it.
Well, do you?
I mean, not by clicking that link. I don't think that link's gonna do anything for me. That's just my my thought.
Speaking of which, so I did look into it, for the YouTube channel, and basically you need not just 1,000 subscribers, but you also need 4,000 watch hours on your channel before you can put ads in.
Yeah, it's a hefty requirement. It used to be a lot smaller. Like I'm way beyond what it used to be. Although I guess they figured like the amount of monetization at what it used to be just isn't worth trying to pay out because it's so small.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand them raising it. But yeah, it's
Well,
interesting.
and it's just one of those things of what we want to do going forward. You know, the answer to it, of course, is to expand content. You know, maybe putting out an episode every week, but we make shorter episodes.
Yeah, and I mean, like, doing a weekly show isn't like a bad idea. It's just right now with the wife and school and everything, it's just not like super practical for me to like do it every week.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, if we did though shift over to, you know, a more restrictive format and, you know, kind of a shorter amount of time. I mean, it would, if instead of sitting down and doing 1 3-hour session, we basically broke it up and, you know, put out an hour or 2 hours every week.
Well, the stream is 1 to 2. It's like 2-ish hours every week, and then like the podcast is an hour every 2 weeks.
Because, like, I was just going through, I had went through and read all the. Do you want me to keep building on the raft over here?
Yeah. If you can make more, I'm just building a row for nets.
Yeah.
That's why I left the hole. It's the one kind of automation we could do.
I just went through and did reread the all the Jupiter's Legacy content.
Oh yeah.
All the books, and you know, again, when the Netflix series came out, there's kind of a lot to process there. And speaking of which, you know, Cowboy Bebop just got canceled.
Yeah, it just got canceled after the first season.
Yep.
Holy Moses.
I mean, I'm not surprised though. I mean, it just, there was nothing to. Oh, we need nails.
It just baffles me, all these adaptions that are coming out that like are not faithful to the source material at all. And it's like, so what did you think was going to happen when you make something that has nothing to do with the source material? And that's kind of where I'm starting to get with Wheel of Time. I'm starting to feel like Kurtzman. Which is like not my favorite thing to feel.
Yeah.
On a series I love, because I was so excited for the new Star Trek, and the new Star Trek ended up being terrible. I'm so excited for Wheel of Time, and Wheel of Time isn't terrible. It's just like, why go through the trouble of adapting a book series? Say you're adapting a book series, and then 90% of the content you pull out of thin air and not adapt from the books. I'm just like, what's going on?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, like, I understand trying to make it go faster, but like, you're inventing scenes and stuff that never happened. Like, how is this making things go faster? I'm like, I don't know. So far, my favorite character is probably Tom, and he's only been in 2 episodes.
Yeah. Well, and again, there's all kinds of interesting stuff behind the scenes. You know, there was a getting back to even Jupiter's Legacy. There was a lot of debate around that because apparently their decision to cancel that was more political than anything.
Oh yeah.
That basically one of the previous executives was all about it because they bought the rights to Mark Miller's Millerverse, more or less, his alternate history world.
Yeah.
And this guy was all about bringing it all to the big, to Netflix. And then when he got ousted, everybody was like, well, this project wasn't pre-approved, so we're just going to basically abandon it.
That sounds legit.
So I guess now we're back to just needing a whole bunch of wood.
Yep. You can.
I need nails to build the nets.
We got some scrap on me. I can make some nails.
I got metal ingots, so now.
Let's see, nails. Here's some nails.
Oh, you got nails? Where at?
Yeah, I had a little bit of scrap.
Oh, so you need scrap to make nails.
Yep.
Okay, well then let me make nets. I need planks.
Here's some planks. Oh wait, I fell in the water. I might die. Because I'm starving too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and Bruce is nibbling on my bum.
Try swimming under the boat and coming up in the middle.
Alright, I took a bite of some raw potato. Maybe that'll help. Good god. Okay, I've got wood. Here's some wood.
Alright, let me make some nets here and make life easier for everyone.
Net zero. Remember when that was a thing?
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, from everything I've seen with Cowboy Bebop, the whole thing was basically eye cancer. So.
The best kind of cancer.
Yeah. Some more rope.
Ingot. Yeah, I'm guessing we're not going to see anything really for Starfield until Bethesda does their E3 conference this summer. Because they almost never show gameplay until, like, right before the game comes out. Although I was kind of hoping they'd start showing actual gameplay earlier, because this is like a new franchise for them.
I think it's okay. So a lot of it's the same thing that they ran into with Skyrim, and I know this is not going to be super popular, but I need to research this. They're waiting on finding a new way to monetize this stuff. If that makes sense.
Well, they don't need to do it. All you gotta do is make a game good enough that people want to mod, and then they release the game 16,000 times. Like,
Well,
don't change anything.
and that's what they're looking at is there a way that they can monetize this more? Is there a way that they can get more money out of this? And the answer is unfortunately no.
I mean, the only way they can get more money out is if they make a game as good as Skyrim and just let people mod it to hell. Because I mean, there's no way they would have been able to release Skyrim as many times as they have without the modders. And I'm not saying that they did a bad job on the game. They did a great job on the game, which is why people want to keep modding it. Like, I don't know if Cyberpunk's gonna have the life that Skyrim did.
Nope. I can tell you that.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know, my spear broke. I can't poke Bruce anymore.
Crud. Here I am trying to build all this stuff. Well, at least fix the boat. I'm over here starving. But yeah, I really think that Bethesda learned from their experience with Skyrim, and they're just like, look, we have to find new ways to squeeze more money out of these people.
I mean, but that doesn't answer the question of like why aren't they showing gameplay sooner? It's a new IP, so I figured they'd want to do slightly more on the hype train with it. That's my thought, anyway.
You see, but again, you're thinking as, a reasonable person and not a corporate drone.
Drone. We are the Borg.
There are also some bad examples of when they've, released demos too early, released gameplay too early. The classic one is Sonic 06. They released a bunch of footage, and the demo basically had a whole bunch of stuff that they couldn't get into the final version of the game.
Well, that's also the problem with Cyberpunk. Like 90% of the stuff they showed and talked about never made it to the game. Like, they had so before the game Cyberpunk came out, like weekly, they were having these hype sessions where they're showing features of the game and talking about stuff about the game, and Cyberpunk is about style over substance, and they had a whole video about how they had names for the different types of clothing trends in the world of Cyberpunk. And then in the game, there isn't any way to have a specific style. You just wear whatever has the best stats, and you look like a clown because all you're mixing up the different styles.
See, and the funny part is that's so easy to fix because in Xenoblade Chronicles X, you have basically what they consider fashion gear.
Well, yeah, they had that in EverQuest 2 also, just appearance slots. So you wear your stats in one slot, and then you wear what you want to look like in the other slot.
Yep. That's such a non-issue that it should not be, and I know that it is.
Yeah, I mean they should have had an appearance slot, but the thing is they also don't have the clothes set up in the game to reflect these styles. Different clothing vendors have basically I don't know, the clothing and buying system was also broken in the game. Because if you wanted to be a crafter, if you bought crafting recipes from a vendor, it was almost impossible to find crafting recipes from that same vendor again, even though they only have a certain amount of things they can sell at a time. You know what I mean? They've got a rotating inventory of things they can sell at a time, but if you buy one thing from them, you don't get the rest of the rotating inventory. So I mean, fundamental things was broken with the way that worked, and I put points into crafting, and that takes away from your overall total score, which is awful. If crafting was its own tree and you could have a different set of skill points for that aren't your main skills, that would be fine. But I wasted skill points on crafting, and crafting kind of sucks.
I think that, again, it gets back to the fundamental problem of if you try to make everyone happy, you end up making nobody happy.
Well, I mean, sure, but at the same time, like, if they would have released the game they showed in all the demo trailers, I think they would have made people happy. Like, even the, so, like, the first mission, the first real mission in the game, that's, like, right after the tutorial. Like, there's, like, the intro for each of the 3 character classes, and then there's the tutorial, and then there's, like, the first mission. And the first real mission has has like these walls that blow up when you shoot at them, and it makes the world feel like more real and everything. And like no other place in the world is like that. That's the only place that's got breakable walls.
Ah, crud. Die, Bruce. Did you get it anyway? Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a spear. I do. I got a spear now. I also need a hook.
Yeah, we're the big shining beacon on the hill in the Game Awards was probably the Space Marine 2 trailer, which again, it took them 10 years to come out with.
That it?
Ridiculous. Well, yeah, I guess I probably should have collected those. I forgot. Run into shortages of like rope and stuff like that when I'm trying to build all these nets.
Oh, here's some rope.
The other thing is, I think we're running really short on food.
Yeah, I need to build a I need to build things. I've got a fishing pole. I'll start fishing. I've just been in gather mode because I know you're trying to expand the boat, and expanding the boat's like a pain. Because wood is like in such short supply. So I've just been gathering stuff. I'm fishing. Fishing. I gotta say the best trailer was definitely the Star Wars one. I mean, it looked like a movie. It looks so amazing.
Yeah, and again, I mean, they do well with stuff like that. It's just, you know, we actually kind of, you know, want to see a game.
Although, after the terribleness that's been the Battlefront games, I wouldn't mind a strong story, though.
Well, and again, I thought they were supposed to be remaking Knights of the Old Republic, but I haven't seen anything about that after they announced it.
I don't think there's anything to show. They probably just got the rights to it, made a logo, and like, yeah, it's coming. Kind of like they did with Starfield like 3 years ago. It's like, yeah, here's a logo, it's coming one day.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
No, that's the thing. Bethesda used to do it smart because, like, when Skyrim came out, they announced it, and then like when we finally saw gameplay for it, the game came out like not very long after. Same thing with Fallout 4. They announced it, we saw gameplay, and then it came out like less than 6 months later. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, all in all, it's disappointing, and again, it's a reminder that we're living in a post-coronavirus society, and it's like it's going to take a long time for everything to get up to speed.
We're living in a current coronavirus world. We're not post. We're not post it yet.
Yeah, you're right there, but it's one of those things where a lot of businesses are reopening and stuff like that. You know, they're saying a lot of these federal government offices need to reopen because they've been paying for rent for all this stuff, and nobody nobody comes into work, and they're realizing, oh, holy cow, we're paying for these offices that nobody's in.
Well, how about
We're
this?
paying people to work from home when, and we're paying rent.
How about this? Stop paying rent.
Yeah.
Because I like working from home, or rent smaller offices for the people who do want to work in the office. Like,
Well, and that's one of the big things that's also changed is like, especially in New York City, was it's always, well, you need an address on Madison Avenue, if you want to be successful in certain fields. And they're like, well, not anymore. I mean, it just doesn't have the necessity that it used to.
oh yeah, it doesn't, not at all. I mean, we're living in a world where the internet is, and like, unless you're a customer facing person, there's literally no reason to be in the office. And
Perfect timing.
and I'm like, sure. I mean, collaboration is good, and it helps to be in person. But I mean, I don't know. Video games is something. I mean, we had to work remotely in school. I went to school for game design, and we had to work. I mean, we were all over the country, so I mean, we had to work through, Zoom meetings or whatever. Like, it's just how it is, and lots of studios have offices all over the world that work together for the same game. So I mean, like, it's not like Zoom has, or that COVID has completely broken down how game making works, because I mean, you always have had to have the remote meetings with people in other studios in other parts of the world, and you put the game out on a server that you're working on that everyone has access to in the company, and then you all work on it, and you can check it out, and you check it in once you've made your change. I mean, it's stuff I had to do years ago. It's not like new. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's strange.
Nope, time will tell. I know with my kids, when they were having to do like remote schooling, they were miserable. They would cry about it and stuff like that because they just hated being talked to through a phone and whatever like that, and not being in the classroom and whatever. So I don't know. A lot of it is we don't have family around. They, the only time they interacted with other kids is when they went to school. So
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's like tougher for kids, but like,
yeah.
but the thing is, I homeschooled, so I mean, like, I kind of don't have any sympathy, and I also didn't have a teacher at all. I had a calendar.
Yeah.
I had a calendar and my books. I did it all by myself, for high school. So I mean,
and by the way, that is something else that always sticks in my craw is that, because a lot of people tell me, well, you should probably just homeschool the kids because I'm stay-at-home dad, and it's like, yeah, but I'm still paying the stupid taxes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why am I paying taxes for the school district if I homeschool my kids?
yeah. I mean, I get that.
The answer really is because if people did that, then the schools would go broke. So,
Well, I mean, the schools are basically going broke in here anyway.
there's a lot of reasons for that.
Yep.
When the kids have to do fundraisers for books, but the football team gets new uniforms,
And a new stadium. Yeah, this country puts way too much emphasis on sports. I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. That's just a fact, bro.
Like, in schools and professional sports, it's just like, I don't know. And the thing is, like, I have relatively small amounts of time for things I want to do, like playing video games. I just can't put in my head the amount of time I'd have to waste to not playing video games watching sports. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't get to enjoy my favorite hobby as much as I do. And like having another hobby like sports, like I couldn't do it.
Well, to me, the big thing is like my kids do taekwondo and swim lessons,
Oh,
and when they're older, they're going to be on the swim team at my gym. So it's like they can compete in and be part of a sports team without having to go to school.
yeah, and
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
awesome. I mean, taekwondo and swimming, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's but the difference is like I'm not dependent on the school for my kids to have extracurricular activities.
Yeah,
If I want them to do it, then they're going to do it.
yeah.
And to an extent, they, need to want to do it as well, which my youngest wants to be a Power Ranger when he grows up, so he's pretty serious about his taekwondo.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, makes sense. I mean,
Well, somebody's got to drive the Megazord.
yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe he'll just be a stuntman if he wants to do taekwondo.
Oh, trust me, I tell him that all the time, that they should look at a career in being a stuntman. So, no, I'll be happy with whatever they do. I would prefer they not join the military, though, but that's just me.
Oh man, my grandmother was trying to get me to join the military like my whole teenage life. Although her husband was in the Navy, but he died of cancer when I was a young kid.
It was funny, we were all complaining about, or well, I was complaining about on YouTube about the Atlas announcements and how we're not getting any of the Persona ports or whatever like that. And somebody was like, well, here's a port complainer. We found the port complainer. And I was like, yeah, I usually preferred pulling into port in Yokosuka, because I know where everything is. There's a cab, stand on base, cab service on base. And, Guam is also very nice. I started listing all these like Navy ports, and the guy wrote back, he's like, okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Well, it kind of happened with us in Overwatch. Just me and Brian were talking. We were having a really bad game, and this one guy was yelling at both Brian and I. And I was, I don't know, like he said something about like a box, and I'm like, "What's in the box?" And then he's like, "Okay, you guys are kind of cool." And we started talking about Seven or whatever, and then he's like, "Okay, maybe you guys don't suck."
Oh, I was just about to throw a potato on there. That's fine. Fish is better anyway. And I'm probably going to just eat this potato because I'm starving.
Oh yeah, I'm fixing to starve too.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to working on some nets here since I got some palm leaves. Anywhere in particular I need to put some nets at?
No, just fill in the blank space.
Okay.
Here's some scrap for nails. Here's some wood. Here's some, and then here's some rope.
I don't see it.
It's all right in front of me. You don't see any of this on the ground?
Nope.
Huh. Oh, let me pick it up. Oh,
Did you just throw it in the water, I hope?
no, I picked it right back up.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna make a storage unit, a nicer one.
Hey.
And
Something not held together with duct tape.
here's some scrap, here's some wood, here's some rope. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
to
it
get some.
takes eight rope to make one net. So
It is crazy expensive. They are expensive recipes. Right, going back to some fishing.
Yeah, I'm starving again. Oop, there's a cooked mackerel. Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel!
Man, who would have guessed that the ocean was so rough?
Not me.
Crazy.
What's an ocean? Damn you, Bruce. Become chum. No, he's not dead yet. But it's so nice having these nets. Just makes gathering stuff a little bit easier. Because you just run into stuff.
Yeah. And I'm dying of thirst.
Yeah, there's some water on.
Well, you know, I've been spending too much time on the internet. Now I'm dying of thirst.
The internet. Oh man, all the thirst traps.
Yes.
Gotta love some thirst traps.
Yeah, all that rope to make one net.
Yep. That's how it go. Let's see, got any new fishing pole? Alright, can we make a new big box? I need more scrap.
Ah. Tried to pick up that mackerel and I threw it. So you got any plans for the holidays, or?
We got a family party on Saturday, and then we got that's why we're podcasting on Sunday this week. So those of you who are around, this won't do you any good on YouTube, but those of you who are around right now, our podcast is going to be on Sunday this week instead of Saturday, due to a family gathering, and then we have another gathering with Kaylee's class for like a little Christmas get together on what day would that be? A week from Saturday, so on our podcast off day.
Nifty.
And then usually for Christmas Eve we go to her dad's house, and then on Christmas Day we're going to her mom's house. My birthday's on the 20th. We're having a dinner at her mom's house, so lots of going over to family's house, which means no video games, unfortunately. Well, priorities, right?
There you go. That's the joy of having a Switch.
Yeah. I gotta play some Metroid Dread.
Man, I've heard nothing but bad stuff about that game.
It's not great. Like, the parts where you just have to run away, I got really good reviews, so I picked it up, but like, you gotta do this running away stuff a lot, which is kind of annoying.
Well, again, when the fanboys start saying that, when the fanboys complain, that's generally not a good sign.
Really? Well, that's weird.
Yeah, because like apparently a lot of the Nintendo fanboys were mad about it. So, like, that's not good.
Cheap, defective fanboys.
Yeah, the only thing I'm hung up on now is, of course, rope.
Soap on a
Grab
rope.
leaves. Nope, I'm still playing SMT5 on my Switch, and then I got the DS games. Although it's funny because I got the DS games for my kids, the Shin Megami Tensei ones, and
Yeah.
then I was playing Strange Journey, and I'm like, yeah, this is not for the kids, not at all.
Whoops.
When I made it to the red light district, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not explaining this to my child.
Yeah, that happens.
Because he's gonna ask.
They just forgot their clothes at home. It's fine. They're just really ditzy. That's normal, right?
Yeah. But it's just funny that it's like, again, that they squeezed so much into DS games back then, you know?
Yeah, it's impressive.
We going to the island?
Yeah, we need to make a new smelter. We need more bricks. We also need more
What
ore.
do we need another smelter for?
Oh, we need to double up our production. We need to make hinges so we can make we need to make water bottles out of vine goo. We need to make circuit boards out of vine goo. We need lots of stuff. So having 2 to 4 smelters is always nice, just so you can speed up production on things. We need to make more glass so we can make the better water purifier.
And here I am just screwing around making nets and rope and stuff.
No,
Like,
that's good. Like having that on the boat is great. It makes automation and picking up stuff better because you can never have too much wood in this game. I don't like impossible because we haven't even tried to like decorate the boat or make a second floor or anything. We're still just like getting by. I also need metal for smelting so we can reinforce the bottom floor so Bruce can't destroy it.
oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, you can make some reinforced plating for the ground. Good grief.
Yeah, the stuff I read up on this game, like you were saying, is that it's made it pretty clear that the devs are onto other things.
Oh, they are? I didn't know.
Basically,
I just haven't seen an update for the game in forever.
Yeah, and like when I look at it, it's like this was really only made by a few people and in Sweden, and it's like, yeah, they're pretty much on to other stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, but that's, again, I mean, to an extent, a game like this is kind of a proof of concept more than it is really a game, more or less.
I mean, it's a good proof of concept. They should do more. Oh, hey, we've got a comment on Twitch. It says from Lagmites. I guess it's Lagmites or Egamits. That hey, I made a Twitch just for this. I wanted to say I've been really enjoying the podcast since the reboot. Although I am a newer listener, so I was not around for like 300 episodes. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I'm glad we've been able to pick up some new listeners for the new episodes. So yeah, I really appreciate you coming on for the stream and being a new listener since the reboot.
Hey, absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun breaking into video and still posting the podcast regularly on the audio only platform, but trying to spread out and do what we can.
Well, and that's the thing is, a wide net catches many fish, so
This is why we're making a net around the boat. Look at all the net.
yeah, I mean, kind of changing the format and adding the video content and adding some more people and stuff has been good, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, we want this to be, successful. We want to reach our audience. We want to, make friends and whatnot. I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, Brad was our stalker, who I'm here with now, for like many years, and now he's on the show.
yeah. And I mean, I still smell your hair from time to time while you're sleeping, but other than that, I mean,
Hey, that's how it goes sometimes.
yeah, nothing weird. I mean,
Well, Brad doesn't have hair, so I mean, that's
yeah,
just
I'm
envious.
just jealous. I'm insanely jealous.
Just envious. I swear. Can we make a sail at this point? I'm just feel like I'm rowing into nothing. This is the second paddle I've broken. It's like, no, you cannot go to this island that you're very, very close to. I swear.
Well, we're actually moving away from it. We're moving backward.
I know.
So,
I've been trying to row toward it. I guess we're not going here. Oh well. I'm sick of breaking.
let's look at the sail. Oh man, I need 20 palm leaves and I have 1.
Oh, Bruce is taking a nibble on my bum. Nibble your bum. All right. Well, I'm dying from all the rowing I did for naught.
Where's Bruce?
I don't know. He should be almost dead. He's looking pretty beat up.
Okay, well, I'm looking around for some palm leaves.
But yeah,
I'm up to 4, and I'm starving to death.
But yeah, lagmites or igamites, I can't tell if that's an I or an L. We will be doing the podcast live on Sunday this week instead of Saturday. I'm not sure if you were around when I said that earlier. But it'll be about the same time, probably around 1 Eastern time on Sunday this week. And that'll probably
Of course, we would love some suggestions about some of the other topics that we should be covering on this show.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're kind of like booked for content because I mean, there's so much stuff we want to talk to, and since we're every other week, we can't. But you'll definitely be taking suggestions. Probably come summertime when the content drought is upon us.
Yeah,
because it feels like most content now comes out towards the end of the year. I mean, The Expanse just started back up. I watched the first episode of that last night. Spider-Man coming out. There's so many things coming out in this last quarter.
Oh no, I turned all those palm leaves into rope because I need to make inventory space, and I actually need the leaves, not the rope.
Not the rope, yeah. It happens sometimes. There'll be more on the open sea.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man is definitely kind of a big question as to what direction the Marvel Universe is going to go after this.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting after Venom seeing them do the like include Venom in that. So is Venom going to be in the new Spider-Man movie?
Well, and they've got a teaser trailer out. Whoa, I just saw dolphins.
Dolphins.
They just put out a teaser trailer for Into the Spider-Verse 2. So again, kind of curious to see what direction they're going to take all this stuff.
I ate raw fish. Ew. Oops.
A little sushi ain't bad for you.
Sushi and bones, though.
If you ever saw the movie Unbroken, they caught a bird, but the whole thing was they couldn't eat it. So they ended up, they basically used the bird, because they couldn't cook it. They're on a raft out to sea. So they used the meat from the bird to catch fish, because you can eat the fish raw. You can't eat the bird raw.
Yeah.
Okay, we're up to 6 palm leaves.
I'm definitely more into video games and shows and movies, but I did watch Venom 2 because of the podcast. Oh, really? We were kind of harsh on that. You watched it because of the podcast? What did you think of Venom 2? I mean, like, it wasn't a bad idea. I just thought the pacing like killed the movie for me. But what was your take on that? I mean, we definitely want to cover video games and stuff too. There's just so many shows out right now that we want to cover. We just haven't had time to get to video games. I mean, we did a Final Fantasy VII episode a year ago, back when it was me and Brian. We did that like right after Final Fantasy VII. I mean, maybe not right after, but let me look up what number that was real quick.
Okay, I need to put some stuff in these chests.
Yeah, we did Final Fantasy VII Remake on episode 272. So that was like our one dedicated video game podcast back in the day. I definitely do want to do more video games. It's just shows was always our bread and butter. Star Trek was our bread and butter when it was me and Aaron, because Aaron and I are both huge Star Trek fans. Brad's also a big Star Trek fan. Star Trek has lost some of its appeal lately under the Alex Kurtzman reign.
Oh, that was the other big centerpiece of the Game Awards last night, was the Halo show on Paramount Plus.
Oh, I didn't watch that trailer. I guess they're gonna put clothes on Cortana, which is gonna be like the worst thing ever, like they did in the new Halo Infinite.
Bruce is dead. He's floating behind the ship.
Where?
He's floating under. I'm waiting for him.
Oh, so Lagmite said, I thought Venom was just a fun movie. Just had it going while hanging out at home. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like, it was like kind of almost too slapstick and kind of a comedy. Kind of reminds me of Blade 3 in that way, where like it was way more funny than I was expecting it to be. Which, I mean, it's not bad. And it's kind of funny, or when movies that are supposed to be action horror or just action end up being funnier than many comedies I've seen in recent days.
Yeah, I had my problems with Blade 3.
But Blade 3 was one of the funniest movies I've seen all that year.
It was almost like that they basically were like, okay, well, this franchise is pretty much done, so we're gonna go out with a bang.
And then Ryan Reynolds is what made it funny. Like Ryan Reynolds, like every time he was on screen, he said something that was pretty funny.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I know Wesley Snipes doesn't want to do these movies forever, but maybe we should have taken our third movie to set up a successor, a new plot line.
Yeah, the Jessica Biel show. That would have been fun. She was hot.
She is, but man, she couldn't act her way out of a paper bag.
Well, all she has to do is act her way out of her top, and that'll be fine, right?
There's an appeal there. I don't know. I kind of expect a little bit more personality from my actresses.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's asking for too much.
Yeah. Again, I'm old and I'm married, so no fun.
Nah, I just want the personality. Well, that was the thing. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. That was the best thing about the trailer for that movie. Like her, like in her underwear, like putting her clothes on. And now I'm saying there's like, yeah, I'm gay, and staring at her ass.
Okay, so where am I putting this sail?
Wherever we got room.
Right here?
Yeah, do it. All right, when it's up, so you can lower it down and you can steer it to drive it. So, Lagmites, have you ever played Raft? Oh, food. I'm dying.
I put some shark on the grill.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to
I'll put some more on.
eat it. Fresh water.
Okay, so we got a sail now,
Salty
so
water.
that I can go back to making rope.
Rope. Rope, rope, rope your rope gently up the rope. Oh, you have played some Raft. Oh, yeah, we're early. I played further, but Brad actually just picked up Raft. So, in games like this, I don't like people playing on my game if they've never played the game before. It's more fun to learn the game and, like, kind of see how the progress goes. So, I'm just helping Brad through the early stages of the game. Actually, I enjoy the early game better because the combat is so iffy in the game. Ah. Let's see. I need to drop off some stiffity stuff. Here's some wood. Here's some branches.
Ooh, we got a crate.
Fish I can't fit on the grill. Some plastic. You've learned share.
And we have a new Bruce.
Yeah, the last update for this game was like summertime 2020. Maybe 2021. It's been a while since there's been an update. And it was just like some cosmetic stuff, like all these chairs and clocks or whatever we're picking up. It's been pretty lackluster. I really wish they'd go back and fix the combat, because this game could be amazing if the combat, you know, just wasn't terrible. Ingots, alright. Can I make a better? Not yet. Need some scrap.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that you keep talking about this better grill. I'm all about that.
It's a bigger, better grill. We need stuff. We probably need to stop at an island one day. We need more metals and stuff. We need scrap.
My brother just texted me, "Oh my God, there's a new season of The Expanse."
I just told you that. Yeah, it's great.
I haven't. Again, I haven't kept up with it since it went to Amazon.
Oh, really? It got really good when it went to Amazon, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So season 4 was fantastic. Season 3 was great. Season 4 was weird because it was kind of a reset. It wasn't bad, it was just different. And then season 5 was amazing, and then season 6, I mean, it started off pretty good. I mean, I'm definitely excited for more Expanse. I mean, honestly, it's the best sci-fi on TV since Star Trek freaking sucks now under Alex Kurtzman.
I mean, I was about to say, what about Discovery?
Yeah, it's Discovery. Discovery is only better than Picard, and that's like barely. Oh wow, Lagmite says the game is 5 years old and it hasn't changed much since day one. Well, I think most of the stuff is in-game that's changed, because after you find the place with Bruce, there's like the boat that's broken down, and then there's like this like city in a dome, and there's zip lines and stuff you can get later. Yeah, currently, like, my favorite game is Satisfactory. My friend Dave in California made a server. I'll probably be playing on that later. Yeah, this is a great proof of concept. It'd be nice if they finished it, but Lagmite said he read too that they're not doing anything else in the game, so I'm like, oh, that's awful. I was really hoping that they would, like, you know, update the game one day.
That's always kind of one of the funny things with me, is that I play so many games that it's like I don't really get locked into any of them.
Yeah.
And that comes from, you know, playing these things for almost 40 years, so. Oops.
Well, the thing is, for me, it's just there's always something to do in that game. Like, it's really hard to, like, run out of things to do if you're trying to, like, do everything in the world. Like, if one of your goals is just, like, using every single node in the game, it would probably take forever. Bruce is alive.
Told you.
Oh yeah, I should probably use my fishing pole. I feel like we haven't seen an island since I failed to paddle us to that one island.
Yeah, it's like as soon as we built the sail, we haven't seen any
Well, it's not even down. We're still technically just drifting.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely going to do video game podcasts in the future. It's just right now, since we're only doing the podcast every other week, there's so many shows that we're into and want to talk about. But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing some video game stuff in the future. Like Brian and I started playing Deep Rock Galactic. We're both super excited about Tiny Tina's Wonderland. So we'll probably talk about Tiny Tina's Wonderland when that comes out. Or after we've had time playing it.
That's what I was kind of thinking about, was even just doing like some shorter game reviews and stuff like that, just to kind of pepper in, do a podcast episode, then do a little short, game review, and then effectively we've got multiple days worth of content.
Yeah. But yeah, Satisfactory is good. I mean, like, I feel like it's a game like Raft where you kind of like start small and you build up. There's less survival stuff in Satisfactory. You don't have to eat every 5 seconds, which I'm personally a giant fan of, because eating every couple seconds is really annoying. But I enjoy Satisfactory. I love the automation of it. It was on sale recently. I mean, if you're waiting to get it, I'd probably wait for another week or so when the next Steam sale comes on, because I'm sure it'll probably go on sale again during the winter sale.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do their winter sale right around Christmas. So
yeah, they always do, like right around Christmas. So like December 23rd or 24th or something like that. I mean, if you like games, you just build stuff. I mean, Raft is a game where you're pretty much just building up the raft, and Satisfactory, you're building factories, and you go bigger and crazier. Do you have Discord, Magmite? I think in the Twitch description there should be a link, or on our Twitch page there should be a link to our Discord. We have a Satisfactory section in our Discord where I put some screenshots of some stuff I've been working on. So you can see Discord there. You can see it there. Raw fish or die, basically, is where I'm at. Oh, potato.
cool. So now we're going towards the island.
Yay! Go Gadget Sail.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm actually not too bad at sailing.
Yeah,
weird, right?
Mr. Sailor over there. Yeah, Lagmite says short game content would be awesome. And he said I'll try to pick up when it goes on sale. The game's $30 like normally. It's not a full price game, and my Steam profile has my chat. I got logged out of my chat for like no reason. Let's see. I'm probably gonna die as I'm like trying to sign back in my chat.
I'm gonna throw this anchor over the side
Sounds good.
and figure out how to take the sail down. Maybe.
Bicycles. Let's see, bicycles. Crosswalk. All right, I got my chat back.
But yeah, it just comes down to, do we, coming out with more content and deciding kind of the stuff that we want to cover, and deciding if it's one of those things we want to kind of farm out to the fans, or if it's something that we want to decide on and whatever like that. So
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, when we get more time, it's also going to be a thing. Like right now, my wife is in grad school, So part of the reason we're down to weekly is that between her school and going to clinicals, we've got very little time to spend together. So until she's working a regular schedule, and I don't even work a regular schedule, I work overnights. It's just difficult to do week to week. But once she's actually working, I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit easier to plan out schedules for like maybe going back to weekly, because she'll be working 5 days a week probably at a regular daytime schedule, and I'll be working my nighttime schedule, and I'll have time during the day to stream while she's at work. So I mean, like, we could probably crank out more content once she's on a regular schedule, but right now she's in school and then needs me to be quiet in the evening times while she studies for finals. So it's like just difficult. We should maybe take a nap real quick so we can get some daylight.
Oh, I just raided the island. There's nothing else.
Well, we got to raid the floor, the ocean floor.
Oh yeah, that's true. Come on, why do we have all this stuff between our beds?
Oh, reasons? I don't know.
You want some fruit? I'm gonna put some fruit in the. I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm starving also. Sleeping just makes us so hungry.
Put some pineapple and mango and
oh no,
watermelon.
There's no water. Oh, fruit's good because fruit helps fill up your water also.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that pineapple back.
Right. Cook to Bruce.
Now I'm no longer actually dying, but
Progress. So yeah, Lagmites, if you got Discord, or if you have a Discord, check out the Twitch, and there should be a link to the Discord. So you can check out our Satisfactory stuff, and we post nonsense on there. It's not a huge community right now, but you know, we're working on it slowly but surely. Getting in on the early side. Oh no, I need another medal.
see, get myself a better axe.
And my axe.
My axe.
And my axe body spray.
Okay, before we shove off here, I'm gonna take a short break, if that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. Well, I gotta check the ocean floor first. Yeah, likewise. I got over 1,000 hours in Satisfactory. Granted, I haven't played it for 1,000 hours specifically. The great thing about Satisfactory is the game can kind of play itself if you've set it up good enough. So you can like let the game run while you're, at work or running out for errands or overnight while you're sleeping, and then you'll have a bunch of stuff to work with in the morning, which is kind of nice. That's why I like Satisfactory, because it's also an interesting problem-solving game. There's a lot of working around logistics. But yeah, Tiny Tina's Wonderland is the next game Brian and I are for sure picking up. My wife's picking it up, so we'll be playing that. I'm very excited for it. Ooh, free shots on Bruce.
Nice. Okay, and I'm actually losing health.
You're actively losing health. Oh, need food? Here's some.
Actually, I'm dying of thirst more than anything.
Oh, well, I put some food into the wooden crate.
Yeah. Fill the water.
All right, I made myself a metal spear. I'm gonna see if I can murder Bruce. Now that I have
That was
a
actually
metal
that was
spear.
going to be the next thing I looked at was, can we make a metal spear yet?
We probably need more stuff off the ocean floor. I've been using a lot of it to make the box and my metal spear, but metal spears will make well, theoretically makes killing Bruce easier. I'm still dying. Sometimes I can joust him really easy, and other times I can't not get hit by him to save my life. All right. Are you up on here? I'll give you my good spear, and since you give health, theoretically.
Go kill him.
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this. Hold on. Where are you, Bruce?
I used to not be. I used to be
There
good
he
enough. I used to be able to kill him without taking a hit once I had the metal sphere, but sometimes I just can't. Sometimes I just can't not get hit by him, and I do the exact same maneuver. So I'm not really sure why that is.
Nope. And he nailed me. Holy cow.
Yeah, he does that.
I'm gonna get some metal ingots going so we can get another spear.
And it's always good to have extra. Actually, can I make a Bruce bait? I can make a Bruce bait. I might go do that. I threw out some Bruce bait, so we can mine a little. All right, he took the bait. That's a rock. Don't want that.
Okay.
Great. I found the crate.
Look for some materials down here on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Need some sand and some clay and ingots. Or metal to make ingots.
But yeah, even just like 20 minutes on a game review would probably be an idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Bruce is on the loose again.
Oh, that's fun.
So he just took a gigantic bite out of me.
He just took a bite out of me too. What a bastard.
Ooh, I just got incapacitated.
Are you dead?
Yeah, I need to be rescued.
Oh, good. You're right next to the boat, though.
I jumped like right into Bruce's mouth.
It's just like, home run. Leroy Jenkins.
Thank you, sir. I take back half of the terrible things I say about you behind your back.
Well, that's good. I appreciate that.
Okay, I got a bunch more metal ore. You want your spear back?
Sure. Three shots at Bruce.
It's over here next to the boat, or next to this box. Where's Bruce? He's gone by the time I turn around. And I fixed the boat.
You should almost be dead, though. Drink water.
I'm gonna see if I can find him and then take a couple more whacks at him.
Yeah. Let's leave his corpse. Don't harvest him immediately. Because I think if we leave his corpse, he takes longer to spawn.
There he is. And I got bit again.
I'm taking you back. Taking you back to the bed dividers.
So disorienting.
Bruce is dead. All right, let's leave his body. Let me get 1 or 2 pieces of meat. Because if we leave his head, all right. Hopefully, this will give us more time to harvest the hell out of the ground. Because if we can find stuff to make a new smelter, that would be fantastic.
Yep, whoever smelter delter.
Smelter delter, is that like Helter Skelter?
Something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, sand. We also should make a nice new water purifier.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing that we were looking at was that's what I was making the glass for, wasn't it?
Yep.
Honestly, when I play a game like this that's very heavy on crafting, and I used to do this with World of Warcraft too, is I would kind of keep a notepad of what I was working on, and you know, because sometimes it'd be 4 or 5 days between games, so I would at least know where I left off and what I was working on.
Oh yeah.
Very meticulous.
My first crafting experience was an EverQuest 1, and I the first thing I started crafting was booze. Oh.
Sounds about right.
Synthaholics always.
Yeah.
Those are just rocks. I don't care about rocks. No. Oh wow, this is not a very good reef. There's not very much to harvest. I think it's just rocks left.
Yeah, I've been collecting a ton of stone, which, again, like you pointed out, has very little use after the very beginning of the game.
I mean, it still kind of has use because we're still using the makeshift, the makeshift anchor, but we've got enough metal. We can probably make the actual permanent anchor.
And it's raining.
All right, I think.
Yeah, I still need to send you over my my script on Mordheim, because I got to get some kind of productivity if I'm going to be making reviews. Because I've got about 10 games that I want to do reviews on. You know, be nice if I actually got a script on one finished.
Yeah, I hear that.
Well, as one of my friends pointed out, he's like, you're always going to struggle with this because you're a perfectionist. You know, you don't want to put out kind of incomplete content, and so you'll end up not putting out anything instead.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we lost our daylight.
All right. I'll finish.
I did get 2 giant clams, so.
Yeah, those are used for birds' nests. You should throw it into the research majigger. Right.
I will do that right now before I forget. Let's see if there's anything else I haven't researched yet.
All right. Gonna cast this off because there's nothing else to get here. Oh, wow. So, yeah, my chat's still dead. And that's why I haven't seen anything. Oh, Brian's in the chat. Well, that's really freaking weird. Yeah, my chat is still apparently dead from...
It's not dead. You murdered it.
So, yeah, sorry. Yeah, my chat is apparently super dead. At least Brian's been chatting with him in the chat. Let's see. All right, I'm scrolling back. Let's see. Core Brian said, "What up, Lagmites?" Hello, Core Brian. I have no idea if David talked about short-term video game stuff, but we want to make stuff. Give us a topic. He said, "Do something on Deep Rock Galactic. That game is amazing. Mid-late game is 10 out of 10. That could be doable. I think we're still pretty early in the game. I have no idea. Do you guys have a plan for the next podcast in advance?" Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why my chat box is just like not showing me anything anymore. I'm actually reading it off of Twitch, so I'm not in the game.
Oh no, I'm sure I can find some way of blaming it on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just my chat program just kind of chat the bed. Let's see. Lagman says, "Do you plan what the next podcast will be in advance?" Normally, we have some type of idea, but we don't sit down 10 minutes before we start to pick out a topic. Yeah, we usually pick out our topics like either while we're talking before we end the show. Like, well, we end the show, then we just do a little bit of talking afterwards, and then sometimes we'll go ahead and not pick a topic, and we'll pick it during the week, and then we just have a chat set up with each other.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on if there's anything that we're particularly passionate about that week, or if there's something that, you know, because to an extent we're kind of getting more along the lines of, you know, we have to keep up with the culture, we have to keep up with pop culture. So
Culture waits for no man. But it does wait for a virus every now and then.
I should have made one of those streamers so I can see which way the wind is blowing.
Yeah, that helps for navigating. I mean, like, it's good to have. It's just not super necessary for right now.
It's just I don't know how to take the sail down.
Oh, you said E.
E? Okay.
Yeah, E, and then R rotates it. I don't know why it doesn't really show the E option, but yeah.
Okay, I wasn't clicking on the right place. There we go. We'll just take that up and just let us drift for a little bit.
Yeah, doing some drifting. So, I didn't see if you said anything about the Discord. Brian, if you could link the Discord for Lagmites, that way you could join in when we're not, you know, just chat with us during the week or whatever. I mean, like, I'm not super great at like checking it all the time. I'm mostly in Satisfactory for like my friends who we're doing Satisfactory with. There it goes. Thank you, Brian, for posting that in there. Yeah, I'm having to like minimize the game to check out Discord, the chat, because my game's my chat overlay decided to break.
Do we want to go over to this island?
Yeah, why not? We need more sand. Because we've got 2 dry bricks, so we need, what, 4 more? Sheet of glass. How do we make the nice water maker? Oh, we need 4 sheets of glass. Okay, well,
Well, I've got a bunch more sand and stuff like that too, so I guess I need to get on that.
yeah, we got 1 sheet of glass in storage and 1 sheet of glass trying to become a sheet of glass.
Where's the anchor at?
We don't have one. I'll make a temporary one once.
We don't have one?
Let's see. Yeah, we don't have a permanent one yet. That's coming soon, TM. All right. Oh, we're here. Okay. We are anchored.
Okay, I'm gonna raid this island real quick.
Glass. Let's
Because
see.
I am starving. And dying of thirst. And so is my character in the game.
Oh no! Real world conundrums.
No, I'm kind of doing an intermittent fasting thing to shed a few pounds, so.
Nice. Play video games to help with that.
I have to remind myself you can't spell diet without die.
Yeah, die is definitely a big part. Let's see. Yeah, Brian says seems like we're growing a little bit faster on YouTube than anywhere else. Yes, we are. Oh yeah, thanks, Lagmites. I hope you have a good day. Definitely glad to have you here. And yeah, check out the Discord. Join that. Chat with us in the interim between podcasts. You can throw some ideas at us. Yeah, whatever you think. So I appreciate it. Good talking to you too. It's nice having interaction here on the game streams that we do once a week. Yeah, awesome. Sounds good.
Yep. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's nice to see chat. I'm sorry my chat died. I thought you might have disappeared, and then Brian actually texted me. He's like, "Dude, is your chat broken?" I'm like, "Oh, apparently it is broken." Had lots of missed messages because my chat decided to die. We need to murder Bruce again. Murdering Bruce. Murdering Bruce. Murdering. Oh, man. I can't not get killed by Bruce.
All right, do inventory stuff here.
It'll be easier to do inventory once we got more wooden boxes. These dang plastic boxes don't hold nearly enough stuff. Oh, Bruce is offering free hits. Come back, Bruce.
Okay, trees are chopped down. And I'm eating all the fruit.
Bruce almost murdered me. Let's see. Bling! I got some kind of... Lagmites is now following. Yay! Thanks, Lagmites. Brian isn't very social. He got scared when Dune got 3,000 listens.
Yeah, I think that was bots. I really do. I mean, I could be wrong, but when you get 3,000 views and no comments,
I don't, but I mean, like we had a good amount of watch time though, even for bots. I mean, it wasn't just clicks; it was also like watch time.
really, well, that's good.
I mean, it wasn't 1-to-1 watch time, but I mean, you know.
Hey, man, we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me the 3,000.
Okay, this glass in the box.
What's in the box?
Now we'll get some more cooking.
Who's in the box? What's cooking?
Cooking currently, water. A whole bunch of water. Water is good.
Water be good. Let's see. What we got? Water purifiers. How much glass we got? Got 2. No, we got 3. Oh no, we do have 4.
Okay, got some more nets put down. Oh, is this the new water purifier?
Yes, indeed. It takes multiple cups of water.
Oh, I see how it operates. Nice.
I need some vine goo going so we can get some bigger water bottles. I like to have 2 water bottles each. So one that we can fill with salt water for filling that thing up, the other one for drinkable water.
You're
We
filling
need-
you're putting plants in the smelter?
Yep, we need vine goo. We need vine goo for water bottles. So we can get rid of our stupid little one shot bottle.
I guess I need to make some bricks, huh?
Yes, indeed. We
Got a
need.
whole bunch of clay.
We gotta smelt it out there more often.
Oops, I put the clay away instead of taking it out.
I got 4 clay.
I got 14.
Oh. Well, that's good.
There we go.
Inventory. I saw you, Bruce.
Yeah, lately the big thing I've been playing is called Lost Dimension.
Oh, yeah?
And it's one of those games that they took a kind of a mediocre game and attached a cool mechanic to it and made it a really good game.
Huh.
And the whole thing is that it's kind of like XCOM where you go out and do like the team-based missions and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But the whole thing is that you start off with 11 characters, you and 10 other people. And of those 10, 5 of them are going to turn out to be traitors. So you've got to... Let's see. Let me refill this thing. You're constantly trying to figure out who the traitors are. And to progress up the tower, you've got to pick out a traitor on each level, and they get executed. And then basically you get an item that you can use to unlock other skills, but it's based on whatever their powers are. And at the same time, you're losing people who really need their powers to get through the game. So, again, kind of an interesting concept. So should we cut loose and start floating again?
No, we need to harvest stuff on the ground.
Harvest stuff? Okay. We got stuff for a Bruce bait?
No, I haven't fished in a bit. I'm trying to do some rearranging of the stuffs and the things. I want to try to get some of these small boxes out of the way because they're kind of not super not as space efficient.
Well, the other nice thing about this new water system we've got is that it doesn't take wood.
Oh, that is definitely a big plus.
And would we have enough metal for the to make another spear?
Let me see. I'm out of planks. Oh wait, is there planks in a box? Oh wait, no, we got planks. We got planks for days.
Hey, I've got planks.
Here's a spear. I just dropped it.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in this box.
I just picked up the vine goo.
Let's see. Oh, I'm almost dying. All right. Shark heads.
Time to hunt us some Bruce.
Some bros.
And I jumped in the water right into his mouth.
He's like magic like that sometimes. Or anti-magic. We can double team him. Come on.
Okay, well, I need oxygen. Oxygen is good.
Cheap defective O2.
Keep telling the kids, breathe the air, not the water.
That's so weird. I didn't try to pull back and he didn't hit me that time. The one time he didn't hit me, I kind of just charged right at him.
I like how you can do these, like, complete 180 turns.
Yeah. I would love to see this game, like, fleshed out with, like, decent combat and, you know, more stuff to do. Like, it'd be nice if they just sold the game to, like, someone who would, like, actually do it.
Well, and again, this is like any other game. You know, we get the complaints in Total War Warhammer 2 right now because all this stuff that people wanted that they've left out of the game.
Bruce is dead.
Like all these areas that they've just blatantly said, they're like, well, we're not going to make this. We're not going to expand these areas and whatnot from the lore.
Yeah. All right, I've got Bruce dead. Don't harvest him because so we can harvest undisturbed.
One of the big locations in Warhammer lore is they've got a place that's basically China they call Cathay, and we're getting them in Total War Warhammer 3.
Yeah.
But the other one is Nippon, which is basically Japan, and they're like that one, and the other one is Araby, and both of them are going to be left out. They're like, we have no plans for that. We're not going to touch it. And so fans are upset because it's like, why did we get China and not Japan?
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm sure that's all the political stuff going on right now. That's why.
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but not the least of which is that, they might change their minds later or whatever like that. But it's just there's of course still a lot of places that are in the game, kind of like in World of Warcraft, where it's like they put this stuff in the game, but they have no intention of fleshing it out or developing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can collect seaweed, can't we?
Yeah, for the vine goo.
Well, I haven't researched seaweed either.
I did earlier, I think.
What's that?
I must have earlier because the vine goo's in there, I think, because we can make the water bottles.
I don't know. I think it might be a different resource.
No, the vines is the seaweed is the vine goo.
Hmm.
I mean, once you smelt it, it's vine goo.
Thought that was palm leaf.
No, palm leaf makes rope. It does not make a vine goo. That's definitely awesome. Lagmites came on to talk to us, and we're making getting new people through YouTube.
Yep.
Woo! Go gadget YouTube.
Well, and that's part of where it kind of comes down to the question of, what we want to do going forward,
Yeah. My hook broke.
Oh, no wonder I can't harvest. My hook broke.
Yeah, my hook broke also.
I only have one palm leaf and I need 2. Keep turning around seeing that giant shark right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swim over to this barrel real quick. It's taunting me.
Kaylee actually figured it out for like don't collect the body. And it'll be easier to to harvest. Because if his body isn't spawned, it might have despawned on its own.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to. It's just a question of
I think it's probably longer if you don't collect everything. Which I mean is fine because Bruce heads just take up so much space, and I'm like, I don't like wearing them. I mean, you can make them into craftable things and hang them on the walls later, but we don't have walls.
I was gonna say I threw one over the side already.
You didn't. It was on the deck. I picked it up.
Nice. Okay. Nope, I had not researched seaweed.
Really?
Flipper. Nice. How do we make flippers?
Well, first you gotta find a mommy dolphin and a daddy dolphin that love each other very much.
Seaweed, fine goo, rope, and plastic. Increases your speed underwater.
Yeah, but you can't keep them equipped because they wear out like everything else. And if you're just wearing them on deck, you wear them out for nothing. Which sucks. Alright, check this big chest. I just put a water bottle in for you.
Nice, thank you.
It gives you a couple sips. I'm trying to make us both a couple so we can have one for seawater and one for regular water. But the drinkable stuff.
Add my sand to that pile.
Yeah, once we get a couple more boxes built, we should organize them a little bit. But for right now, we don't have a ton built. Let's see. Water bottle. Have a water bottle for me now. Last plank.
Okay, and I'm starving to death again. That is the one thing that's absolutely maddening about this game, is having to constantly...
Yeah. Yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, I'm fine with the concept. I just wish you didn't have to do it so often. It's the unmitigated insane frequency that just drives me absolutely bonkers.
So we have enough? Do we want to move on?
I don't think there's anything else to harvest. I don't think so. We can cast off,
Yeah.
and then maybe call it on the next island.
Sure.
Because we're already at that two-ish hour mark.
Okay, we're casted off. We'll sail around the island here. Yeah, my thing is I can't do a lot of stuff without more palm leaves, and we're not getting any here.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, we can always cast off. It's just I always like to try to get the floor picked up with all the stuff we can get. We got 2 smelters now, so we're in definitely a lot better place. So we can drift for a bit. I'm also trying to fish because we're running out of food.
It's just funny because that's such a component of so many video games, and I despise it.
What?
Fishing.
They just added it to Skyrim.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Here's your second water bottle. It's in one of the big trunks.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Still trying to make another hook. There we go.
Yeah, I'll start once I get my second water bottle made, I'm gonna start making a smelting the ore.
Oops.
Yeah, having the 2 water bottles just makes it so much easier to fill it and empty it. Did you know you can repair these broken parts?
I was trying to. I couldn't quite figure it out. So what do I need to do?
So right click,
Right click?
and then you go down to repair.
Okay.
And then that also gives you your other, building options for like other things to build in your right click menu.
Okay. And then there we go. Yeah, let me fix up the boat. No, I was telling my wife too. I mean, the main reason why I kind of like this game is that it is pretty. I mean, any way you look at it, it's just kind of nice to, good scenery and everything.
Yeah. Satisfactory's pretty too, though. Need some planks.
Let's see. Do I need to...
Oh, we need scrap too, apparently.
take us towards all that debris over there? Maybe towards that island.
Did you watch episode 5 of Wheel of Time?
No, not yet. I'm still trying to get through Arcane.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's just funny. At the beginning of episode 5, Rand says blood and ashes when they get to Tarvalon. And I was like, finally. That's like the swearing. He made up a whole new swearing for the Wheel of Time show. Like, so there's no actual, like, R swearing in it in the books, and they added a bunch. And they finally said a swear word from the books, blood and ashes. I'm like, finally you said it. Finally someone said it.
But still no nudity, right?
We got a blurred out boob in the background of episode 6. If that counts. Moraine and some other Aes Sedai are in the like a hot baths or whatever, and there's some other women there, and in the background I think there's a nip, but it's kind of hard to tell because like it's so bokeh out.
Enhance.
Huh?
Enhance.
Enhance, yeah, right.
Be nice if I had a day where I wasn't starving to death.
There are no days like that, Raft.
I see that.
But at least we've got the water slightly in a better place.
I think I pulled up the anchor, but I don't see it anywhere.
Oh yeah, because that's a one-use anchor.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we haven't built the multi-use anchor yet.
Well, that's silly.
We'll be able to build it soon. I think we need a lot more. Let's see.
Yeah, we need 3 metal ingots, a hinge.
I've got some metal ingots. Got plank. I need some rope. I need some rope for these metal ingots to finally melt.
I need to eat this mackerel before I die.
All right.
I'm trying to take us to this island.
Do we got any palm
Didn't I
leaves?
just steer us towards this island? Why are we moving away?
The wind might be blowing us against it.
Yeah, I guess.
We had a streamer, we could see where the wind was blowing.
Well, since the waves are coming towards us, that kind of clues us in. Yeah, I don't think we're making any progress here.
Yeah, that's one of the frustrating things about the game. It's like it's really like you try to get to an island, it's like really hard. And like we're right next to it.
Oh well. But yeah, we can call it anytime you need.
No, I mean, I figure let's like naturally get to another island, and hopefully by the time we get there, here, let's just drift a little bit. Let's see if we can get some leaves, because I need some leaves in a bad way. Because whenever you go against the wind, like you see, there's nothing in the water. Something I figured out the hard way. When you go against the wind, like you're in a barren wasteland. So I'm just gonna drift a little bit. Actually, can I make the streamer? I do have stuff to make the streamer.
No, I mean it's easy. You just basically whichever way the waves are going is the direction that the wind is going. So yeah.
Yeah. I see junk in the water again. We're back going toward the pollutants. 'Cause that's how the game works, apparently. We got the raft a decent size bigger. We're like double the foot area, I think, than last time.
Well, and also it's just nice that we're not constantly having to throw hooks and stuff either.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of throwing hooks, I don't have a hook. I gotta build a crappy one because I'm out of scrap.
Let's see. I got 16.
16 scrap?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, I'll put it in this chest over here.
I'm gonna stab Bruce while he's on the boat. Oh, good, thank you. The nice. Here, I'll put the remaining scrap back in the thing. I got me a nice hook now.
Yep, you were spot on with this because now we're getting all these barrels and everything else.
Yeah, I thought the game broke when that happened to me the first time. Like, why is there nothing in the water? Like, just the way the game works, the stuff only spawns from one direction. It's really weird. Because when you first play the game, it just seems like it's always spawning around you, but it's not.
Yeah, we're finally starting to get stuff back. That's hilarious.
Let's see. Food. Grills. Oh.
Thought I heard something splash in the water. Oh, you're just reorganizing stuff.
Yep.
Well, I will just focus on catching leaves then.
You
I'm
ought
starving.
you ought to be happy now. We're cuddling.
What's that?
I rearranged the beds. We're cuddling now.
Nice.
All
If
right.
there's one thing we could take away from the stream, it's that.
All right. All right, we've got the big grill. All right, we can now fit 3 small fishes. That includes 3 pieces of Bruce or 1 large fish on the big grill.
Cool. Let's cook these big fish because I'm starving to death.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. Let's see.
Oh no, I ate the fish. Oops.
You ate the wrong. Yeah, I do that all the time. It's unfortunate.
Oh, I like sushi. Salmon. Where the heck did we get a salmon?
From all the rivers we've been crossing.
Mm.
Right? The rivers? Right? Rivers? I don't know.
Yeah, about that.
We're just in one giant river. We're in the mighty Mississippi.
Again, about that.
Well, in this world, the world's been destroyed by floods, so I mean, technically, salmon would be everywhere because there are no more rivers. The whole world is a river.
Yeah, I've seen Waterworld.
World water. Oh, in the water.
Hmm?
I fell in the water. I'm back up
Stop.
now. Oh, but water.
Holy moly, where'd that island come from?
Yeah, that's a bad island. There's a freaking bird that's gonna murder us.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
avoid it.
we're not going to that one.
Gigantic birds in the distance.
Yeah, we don't have bows and arrows. I mean, we could build them, but I mean, we need bows and arrows, and they're super. The bows and arrows have this stupid arc to them, so like combat's just absolutely atrocious.
Yep, Minecraft was the same way.
Ugh. Well, like, I don't know, if there was a way you could recover your body in this game, it wouldn't be as bad. But the fact that you have to have another person to recover your body, otherwise you lose all your stuff, is kind of like brutal.
Yeah, not ideal.
Yeah, at least in Satisfactory, if you die and you're by yourself, you can just make a corpse run.
There was a long time ago. There was a Shin Megami Tensei MMO called Imagine, and I beta tested it, and that was always the biggest piece of feedback that I gave them was like, your movement speed was so slow. It just made the game unplayable.
Yeah.
People said they fixed it later, but I was just like, nah, I'm sorry. My time is a little bit more valuable than that. Not much, but a little bit.
More valuable enough.
Hope that fish is coming up, because guess what time it is?
Eating time? I put some fish in one of the big boxes. And cook stuff. The other one. Good God, we're not like going anywhere. We're still really near this big island. This is really weird. Usually, like, and every time I've played this game, before this time, you usually don't see the big islands until like we've made it to the first like plot point.
I would assume I'm probably screwing something up.
I mean, there's nothing to screw up.
You say that.
Like magic, I know. It's crazy.
As I learned a long time ago, nothing is foolproof to a sufficiently talented.
I mean, I get that, but like, I don't know. I don't know if there's any way around it in this game, though. You know, unless they just changed it a lot on the whatever version of the game this is. Oh no, did I lose my second water bottle?
So I've got no purpose for a cup anymore, do I?
Nope.
I will throw it in the water for some other lucky rafty to use.
Oh look, a not horrible big island.
What's that?
A not horrible big island's coming up.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Catfished.
Again, saltwater catfish.
I mean, it's the best kind of catfish, right?
I really can't talk. I saw I was in Hong Kong. I saw the pink flamingos in the pink dolphins in the harbor there.
Pink dogs?
Dolphins.
Oh.
Only place in the world to see them. I didn't really believe it until I actually saw it.
They were super pink.
Yep.
Let's see. Got one of these dedicated for food. We got a shark bait in here.
So, did you ever play any of the Dune RTS games?
No, I didn't know about them until after Command and Conquer, and like they were way worse looking than Command and Conquer. I mean, they were both Westwood games, so. But it's just
Yep.
like, Command and Conquer. I mean, like, I loved Command and Conquer and I loved Red Alert, but even back in the day, looking back at the old Dune graphics, I was like, ew, this is kind of rough. Let's
See, I played
see.
them back on the Sega Genesis, but it was just like we wouldn't really have the genre if it wasn't for Dune 2 rather specifically.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know they kind of like were like the forerunners for the RTS genre.
I am on the island.
All right, and our crowning achievement for today's game, we have the ye old actual permanent anchor.
Oh, very good. David's just on point with those mouse and keyboard controls.
Clicking. All right, let's see. Can I?
Watermelon.
So I'm building a row of protection in front of the anchor, so that the anchor can't get bitten off, or less likely to get bitten off as long as we have protection around it. A nice wooden condom for our lovely anchor.
Nothing weird.
Yeah, nothing weird about that. That's how condoms were first invented. They were first wooden. Oh, stop it.
And I made it to the peak. And I'm kind of underwhelmed with what I see below me.
It is sad and puny.
Yeah, there's like not much on this island.
Oh, sad island.
Yeah, this one's kind of a letdown. Normally, like I'll find at least something, you know, a cooler or whatever.
Yeah. Need more coolers.
You know, something to jump across to or something to see or something. But nope, this one's kind of a letdown.
Cheap defective island.
Yep, nothing else on the island. Like I said, underwhelming.
All right. But we've made progress. We have a cooking station. We have nets. We have
water bottles.
Water bottles. We have an actual anchor, a better water purifier, and a grill.
The water purifier, you know, the big thing there is now it's wood.
All right. We have a box dedicated for food now instead of a smorgasbord, a small box with food in it.
Toss some food in there as well. Some of these watermelons and mangoes, coconuts.
Place blank, place blank.
Do we have a dedicated box for seeds?
I've got seeds in this trash box over here. There's just other stuff. This is the big box over here. It's not, seeds aren't really trash. They're really good because we'll be able to grow our own trees eventually. And you can grow our own watermelon, which is nice. It's just you gotta like fight off the dang birds, because the birds will like destroy it. That's why you can build a scarecrow. But the scarecrow doesn't super work. I guess they attack the scarecrow and you attack them for attacking the scarecrow. It's weird. Let's see.
It sounds like a war of attrition.
Yes. It never stops. Never ends. And escape it.
You see that movie, The Lighthouse?
I did not know.
Okay.
I've heard it's a movie though.
It is oof, man, is it a movie.
I've heard that it is a movie. For sure. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and call it for here. We found another island. We've made some progress. Look, see our beautiful anchor.
And we had we had a visitor.
Yeah,
Cool.
we had a visitor. Yeah, someone to chat with us, and thankfully Brian scooped in and was chatting with him when I thought they had left because my chat had broken. So yeah, thanks Brian for group effort. Streaming with Brad. Brian's managing the chat. Fantastic.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thank you for playing and hanging out, Brad. It was fun.
Thank you for inviting me, as always.
Yeah, well, and for those still here, we will be podcasting on Arcane come Sunday around 1 Eastern. So, 1, give or take 15 or 20 minutes for us to get set up and everything. But hopefully it'll be around 1 Eastern Sunday. Arcane. Be there. And probably, I don't maybe do Raft again next week? Brad?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. We'll see if we can at least make it to the first story point next week, maybe. We're kind of got most of the basics out of the way now. Now on to slightly more advanced things. Ooh. All right. Well, next time. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Live long and prosper, one and all.